Wet Nelly is a very local Liverpool dish which derives from the Nelson cake. This is a moist version of the Nelson cake, a famous Lancashire cake, and Wet Nelly, a typical Liverpool dish. So for the ingredients, we have some bread. Now the bread doesn't need to be fresh. You can use up old bread for this, which is a great way of recycling. So we soak that in milk overnight, preferably, get that nice and soft. 400 or 500 grams of fruit. Again, the fruit can be seasonal. You can use any fruit you wish, doesn't matter. Some brown sugar, some eggs, 3 eggs, some milk, butter, and some icing sugar. So first we'll grease a dish, or if you have, you can use a non-stick dish, of course, baking tray. So we'll grease this. We'll then take the bread. We need to take the crusts off the bread. So again, very simple, easy to do. So we take the crust off the soaken bread. And we will then cut the bread into just pretty rough chunks. So that's fine, just like that. Okay. So we take the soaked bread. This, as we chop, this can all go into one bowl because everything is going to be mixed together anyway. Take off the crusts. Just quite rough pieces. Into the bowl, just keep going. So we now have the bread, we have the soaked bread decrust. Great, simple recipe this. Fruit goes in, and the sugar, and the milk. All we need to do now is just add some butter, the 100 grams of butter. Put that in there. Goes in. Then all we have to do now is beat the eggs, add them to the mixture. Now, just pour those into the mixture. Mix all this together. And once that's mixed, pour it into your baking tray. And now that's ready to go into the oven for about 15-20 minutes. So we now have the Wet Nelly. And next thing we need to do is just to present it. So we put it on a plate and decorate with some of the fruit that you would have used in the mixture itself. So whatever fruit you've used, just save a little bit back, stick it on the side there, present that, and then traditionally you'd have that with a nice cup of tea. Tea of your choice. It can be English breakfast tea, Earl Grey tea, it really doesn't matter. Traditionally in Liverpool they would drink their tea much stronger, so possibly an English breakfast tea or a dark tea, and then perfect with your Wet Nelly tart.